let's talk about what I'm done with before we step into 2026. Because honestly, this year broke me open in the best way possible. And if you're feeling like something needs to shift before the calendar flips, you're probably right. I have been doing a lot of reflecting lately, and not the, oh my gosh, it's Q4, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Another year has gone by and I haven't accomplished anything in life type of new year, new me stuff. The type of reflections that I'm talking about are the deep, uncomfortable reflections that make you realize you've been tolerating a lot of things that you don't have to. So today I want to share 3, maybe 4 things that I am no longer tolerating, things that I am leaving behind, or things that I'm just flat out releasing before the new year begins. And frankly, before Q4 even really gets started. And maybe, just maybe, some of the things that I share with you today are going to resonate with you too. Oh, yes, So welcome back to the channel, you guys. My name is Felicia Jarrell, and the first thing that I'm going to mention to you guys today, and if you've been watching any of my vlogs, you probably already know what I'm about to say, but it's my need for validation. For years, and I do mean years, I thought that I needed everyone else's yes in order to move forward in my own life. I needed the approval, the nod, the you're good enough from people who, if I'm gonna keep it real, weren't even in the arena with me. I sacrificed time with my kids, time with my husband, time with family and friends. I sacrificed real life relationships with people who knew me. And for what? For people online. For validation from strangers. For transactions disguised as connections. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely made some amazing relationships and friendships throughout the years. I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion dismissing that at all. But I had to learn not to put all of my eggs into one basket. Not to stake my entire sense of worth based on the validation of other people online. Mel Robbins talks about this in her book, Let Them. This idea of letting people show you exactly who they are and not begging them to be anything different. And that hit me pretty hard because I realized that I was constantly falling into the trap of performing for validation instead of just being. So I'm releasing it. If life has taught me anything this year, is that I absolutely do not need it and it serves no one. I am truly learning how to validate myself, how to trust myself, and to keep moving forward whether anyone says yes or no. Which brings me to the second thing, and it honestly kind of ties into the first thing. I'm learning to need people less. And I don't mean that in a cold, isolated way. I mean it in a healthy, I got boundaries kind of way. I'm learning that my peace, my progress, my purpose cannot be determined on whether or not other people show up for me in the way that I want them to. Like for real, y'all, I used to think that I needed people in my corner in order to succeed. I thought that I needed their networks, their connections, their stamp of approval. I thought I needed their cosign. And when they didn't show up, I took it personally. Not only did I take it personally, it caused me to be stagnant and it stopped me in my tracks of progressive momentum. But here's the thing that I have learned. People are human. And if 2025 thus far has not taught me anything else, it's that life be lifing and we are all going through something. So me needing people less is more about me extending compassion, empathy, and grace towards other people without making assumptions about their capacity, assumptions about what they can and cannot do for me, and learning that right now in this season, it's about me and it's about God and it's about how we move forward together. So one of the best reads that I have read this past month was Be Your Future Self Now by Dr. Benjamin Hardy. It's the idea that your future self is created by the decisions that you make today. Not not by waiting for permission from any and everybody else. And that has been a game changer for me. So I'm releasing the grip. I'm grateful for community, for connection, and for collaboration. But I'm no longer making my next move contingent upon someone else making theirs. So the third thing that I'm leaving behind is mindless scrolling and passive consumption. Here's the truth. If I'm on my phone, I am doing way more consuming than I am producing, which is stopping me from creating, from serving, from learning, from contributing. I recognize that by scrolling endlessly, what I was really doing was escaping my reality. And in doing that, I wasn't even present in my reality. Life was passing me by while I was busy watching everyone else live theirs. So I had to get real with myself, and I had to draw some real boundaries, hard boundaries. Not only that, I had to get comfortable with saying those boundaries out loud, not just to myself, but to those around me as well. And it might sound like it was a little bit selfish, and that's because it is. You have to become selfish about your future, especially as it pertains to your time. So my focus over the next 90 days is less time watching, more time reading, less time consuming, more time producing. There's another book that I want to recommend to you guys. This is by Louis Giglio. And this book says, and don't let the enemy have a seat at your table, that we have to be intentional about what we let into our minds, into our space, and into our daily rhythms. And I realized that I was giving the enemy, aka all of these distractions, a seat at my table. So I'm kicking it out, and I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my intention, and I'm being intentional about how I show up in my own life. And the last thing, now this one is big for me, but it was a recent aha epiphany moment that I had, which is I'm no longer begging to help other people. I have spent way too much time of my life putting myself in other people's driver's seats while riding passenger in my own. And honestly, y'all, it's because I'm a helper by nature. I am definitely one of those girls that wants to see every single person in my stratosphere win. And if I have a level of expertise, knowledge, or know-how that can help you get there, I am going to push, pull, and drag you along. But what I've realized as of late is that not only does it no longer serve me, it no longer serves the people that I was trying to help, especially because they didn't ask for my help to begin with. So no, that doesn't mean that I'm no longer going to help anybody. It means I'm not going to beg to help you. I'm not going to overextend myself and put myself out there above my own schedule, my own timeline, my own goals, and my own visions. If you want my help, you'll ask for it, and you'll be ready to execute when I'm available. So I'm learning to say okay, and that is very hard for me, especially as a fixer. Where are my fixers at? It is so hard to simply say okay and to not offer unsolicited advice, to not overextend yourself and jump in and solve the solution where you see the answer is right there in front of you. It is incredibly hard to simply say okay. But I understand that to go in the direction that God is leading me, I gotta put myself first, Lucius. So I'm focusing back on myself, back on my family, back on the things that matter most to me and that align with the vision that God has given me. Mel Robbins says to let them make their own choices, let them live their own lives, and let them drive their own car. And that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping out of the driver's seat of everyone else's life and putting both hands back on the wheel of my own. So that's it, fam. 4 things that I've decided to leave behind in 2025. My need for validation, needing people in order to move forward, mindless screen time and escaping my own life, and begging to help people who aren't even asking. This year broke me open, but it also woke me up. And as the old saying goes, new levels, right? You can't take everybody with you in order to get to where you're trying to go. And a lot of times God will break people, places, and things off of you in order to get you to your next. And so that's what I believe is happening for me in this season. And prayerfully, it's happening for you or has already happened for you. So I'm walking into Q4 lighter, more focused than I've been in a long time, and with more clarity than what I felt in years. I'm curious, did any of this resonate with you? Is there anything that you feel you need to leave behind or are actively leaving behind in this season? Drop a comment and let's talk about it, because I think we're all trying to figure this out together, and sometimes it just helps knowing that you're not alone. Let's finish this year strong and let's step into the next one ready. Bye.